Attack. Attack of the show. Attack.
Welcome to Attack the Show. I am Allison Hayslip.
I'm Chris Hardwick. Kevin and Olivia. Oh, you guys. So nice this week. Kevin and Olivia are currently frozen in carbonite. I did the voice. We're coming to you from the G4 studios in Los Angeles.
What voice was that of?
That was the voice of the crew that Leia's in, that she's got that little voice changer. Frozen in carbonite.
Oh, touche.
Yeah. There's a movie
Touche.
called Star Wars. Maybe, I know that one was actually Jedi, but
Wow.
yeah.
That was like uber nerdy, you realize.
Yes,
knowing
I'm
the
aware.
voice.
Where are you going, ladies?
All right, on the show today, the internet crackles with electric delights as Batman discovers porn. And the Twilight Eclipse trailer gets a giggle-inducing makeover. Then the makers of a super saw claim that it can cut through anything. So, presto disgusto, we're cutting through sheep heads on As Seen As TV. Yeah, grab your bark bags now because it ain't pretty.
Plus, the world's coolest astronaut, Mike Massimino, talks about... Yeah, he talks to Kevin about Hubble 3D, the movie, and we discover that in space, everyone can hear you laugh. It's an all-ultraviolet AOTS class. Ultraviolet? If you can see in a different visible light spectrum. It is an ultraviolet AOTS classic, and we present the Girl Wiffle Bat Fight Club. Because, guys, we're an equal opportunity offender.
Yeah. Now, this week, all kinds of strange videos got tangled up in the internet.
And while we release some of the smaller clips back into the wild, we saved some of the biggest ones for you. Number 5 comes to us from the sideline of a rally car race, also known as the deadliest place in sports that isn't an Oakland Raiders game.
Rally car drivers have it tough enough when they're not driving into trees. They have to deal with fans that set up distractions like this.
We had a marshal coming in to move from this. Yeah. Well, we are too, mate. These bloody things.
That scarecrow made me feel a little something, but it wasn't fear.
Ew.
I don't know if the crows are scared by that or if they're supposed to mount it. That's a weird.
Ew! Hardwick saliva.
Well, that's what happens when you stick your finger in my saliva hole. That's what's going to happen.
Is that what you call it?
Yes.
Your saliva hole?
Yes.
That's hot.
Yep, that's right.
And at number 4 is a trailer for the new movie, Twilight Eclipse. That is still ruining our teenage population, and it came out last week.
Naturally, we ignored it. Until today, when the folks at Jack's Films redubbed it and made it much, much mo better.
Edward. Jacob. Edward. Jacob. Bella. Jacob. The Coda Fanning. The Coda Fanning.
Yeah. You know what? I might actually watch the shirtless werewolf with clutch cargo mouth version of that movie. Yep.
Spoiler alert! It will still be terrible.
And at number 2 is a short video by photographer Michael Greco.
Apparently, some Japanese gentlemen have created what can only be described as a mechanical penis machine. And according to one of them, the ladies love it.
Not this lady.
I created this machine. We call the name is the Tender Lover. About 4 years ago, it's mismatched the equipment for the lady. Right now, it's just like the normal man, maybe faster like a Superman, and can get more. It's like a beast. We can combine the low frequency, just like a man together. It's a high frequency, okay? Go. The both together, combine together. Change the frequency. We can get the wonderful resonance. Can tickle the inside the G spot, and get it feel very nice. It's a wonderful feeling. The best in the world. Yes, it's great.
Is that like a polygraph for a dildo? That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, first off, no one wants a crab claw near their genitals. Yes.
Some people do.
Ew. Ew, Chris. No.
Too much information? Or just enough?
All right, coming in at number 3 is a memorable quote from the 1992 movie Second Glance.
A film's last line is often the most memorable and best written piece of dialogue from the entire movie. Except this time!
What?
Hey, Scotty. Jesus, man.
I feel like we gotta see that one more time.
Yeah, I think we need to too. Let's do it.
Hey, Scotty. Jesus, man.
And they freeze on it.
Yeah, they freeze. If you actually watch the rest of it, then the credits just roll after
Over
that.
the
Like,
whole,
it's literally
she's just frozen the whole time. I got, the Lord works in mysterious ways and really lazy script writing.
Yes. Jesus may forgive you, but we won't. Jesus.
Okay, today's number 2 is a trap. No. We do that all show, guys. Thanks. It's an alternate clip from Chris Nolan's superhero epic, The Dark Knight. In the third act, Morgan Freeman helps Batman eavesdrop on Gotham to find the Joker. We all remember that, right?
And now, this particular take is a little more graphic than the final theatrical cut. Santa Claus knows when you've been bad or good, but the Dark Knight knows when you're getting busy.
This is too much power for one person.
That's why I gave it to you. Only you can use it.
I'll help you this one time. But consider this my resignation. As long as this machine is at Wayne Enterprises, I won't be.
Morgan Freeman just can't handle that much porn. And to be fair, the porn version of Joker's pencil trick is just something you can never unsee. It's awful. Right, Chris? Chris, what are you doing?
I'm a thing.
All right, number 1 is a surfing clip courtesy of ITN Extreme.
Now, it used to be that riding around in the ocean on wooden boards was only for humans, but then a skiing squirrel changed everything. Guys, he was the Rosa Parks of animal water sports. He opened the tiny door for anything with a paw to catch a wave.
Now, alpacas are a domesticated South American species of camelid that's bred for their prized coats, but somebody's going to have to update their Wikipedia page because now alpacas are surfing.
Coming up on April's Movies That Don't Suck. Alpaca Point Break.
Shut up! Give us some money or the alpaca presents will roast you!
Yeah! You're the best skydiver ever! Woohoo!
Guess what? I am an FBI agent. But I'm gonna let you catch one last wave before I take you back to the zoo. Because you were the best damn alpaca surfer, bank robber, / skydiver I've ever saw. Woo-hoo!
a gadget prawn record. That was cute.
That's how I clap.
Like a seal?
Yay! Was the Palm Pre Plus our best reviewed or worst reviewed product of all time? Find out right after the break.
Weird.
This portion of Attack of the Show is brought to you by Sony Make.Believe. Believe that anything you can imagine, you can make real.
Alright, so this week we're doing an entirely viewer-requested Gadget Prod.
That's right, because apparently everything's always got to be about you. Selfish. No, don't look at me anymore.
So the Palm Pre got tweaked and stuffed with way more storage.
Let's find out if it's worth buying. Are you a dedicated Verizon customer who's always wanted Palm's Web OS? Well, fear not, my friends. The Palm Pre Plus is here, and it's exclusive to Verizon. With a revamped full QWERTY keyboard and twice as much storage capacity and RAM, you'll notice an overall smoother experience than the original Pre. Join the Web OS army for $30 plus a contract.
Okay.
If you just give me 7 minutes, we can try that game again. What's up, dudes? Am I right, dudes? What's up? Refractory period into his house. All right. Oh, yes, the phone.
We actually used to have a word for that. I can't. Never mind. I'm not even going to go into it. All right. So in terms of size, the Pre Plus, exact same size as the original. See?
Yay.
Oh, they're like twins.
Yep.
But look. The new one doesn't have the little home button.
No.
That's how you tell the difference. Now, the new one, it weighs just as much as an iPhone. It feels sturdy. It's smaller than the Droid and the iPhone, but that also means the touchscreen is smaller. Like I said, they got rid of the home button for a sleeker feel, but they also, they improved the keyboard, if you can see that.
Yep.
There's more space on the new one, and it has clickier keys so you can feel it better. Have the improvements helped?
I'm going to say they have, Allison. They said
Fantastic.
the finger swipes and gestures are easier without the button, and it fits better in your pocket. Keyboard does feel easier to type on. We still kind of wish they would include a virtual keyboard, just in case that you don't want to actually open the phone, but that takes less than a second, so it's not that big of a deal. Even the slider feels sturdier than the original.
All right, now they doubled the storage in this one. This one's got 16 gigs. They also doubled the RAM. So in theory, you can launch apps faster and run more of them at once. Is that the case? Fingers crossed.
For the most part, it was. Launching apps hasn't gotten that much faster. I mean, normal apps like the browser and Google Maps, they still open about the same. You will definitely see difference in larger apps like, what? Assassin's Creed. Yeah, Assassin's Creed.
On your phone?
Yep, on your phone.
That's
now,
pretty sweet.
When it comes to multitasking, WebOS is still our favorite operating system because of the card system that you run on it.
Right.
The Plus can run more than twice the apps at the same time as the original Pre.
That's twice as many apps.
That's twice as many apps. The touchscreen still has a little bit of a lag, but I gotta say it works pretty well.
Okay, so what kind of features have they added to the Pre Plus?
Only a few. Now, for one, this is actually awesome. It can become a Wi-Fi hotspot for up to 5 devices. Whoa. The app is easy to use and gives good download speeds, but it's $40 more a month with a 5 gigabyte data cap. So, but again, still pretty cool. 3D games run a lot faster, like Asphalt 5. Graphics look smoother, much more of an iPhone-like experience.
That's nice.
And guys, Flash now supported by WebOS devices.
Wow, that was a fantastic song too.
Thanks. That was my favorite song. It's an old yarn my granddaddy used to spin about
But
Flash
the
apps.
iPhone doesn't
And
know it.
By the way, this runs really well in the Pre Plus too. They have done an amazing job.
Now it's only $30 with a contract on Verizon. Apparently Amazon just lowered the price today, so at that price, that's pretty incredible. What are we giving it?
You know, Allison, I promised myself I wouldn't cry about this, but
God.
5 out of 5! Is this the first? No, this might be a first. I'm not sure.
First on a phone?
It is the first 5 out of 5!
On a phone?
On anything.
On anything?
Yeah,
We've never given anything a
congratulations.
5 out of 5?
$30 on Verizon, for crap's sake. It's one of the cheapest smartphones on the market and one of the best, definitely in the same league as the iPhone Droid or the Nexus One. And of course, Verizon, so you'll actually be able to make calls on it. What's that
Still ahead, Kristen Adams sits down with the cast of Repo Men and tries like hell to keep them from stealing her liver.
like? And then we test a saw that can supposedly cut through anything, even decapitated sheep skulls.
What?
Yeah, finally, in As Seen on TV.
But first, it's flying reptile time. Here's Jeremy's Dragon Corner.
Most posers don't even know that dragons have religions. Well, they do. And dragon Jeezyology is the most popular. It all started in medieval times somewhere in Europe with castles. Dragon Jesus was conceived immaculately within a peasant woman named Razor Collins. She was pregnant for 7 years before Sir Ian McKellen slashed open her stomach with his rapier and relieved her of the holy beast. Finally free from Razor's womb, Dragon Jesus set off to begin his great work, which I'll detail later. I'm actually pretty hungry right now.
So the new film Repo Man is about two guys who repossess internal organs for a living.
Way to put a human face on kidney foreclosures, Hollywood.
Are you overdue on that payment for your new heart or liver?
I can pay. Sorry, that's not my department.
In Repo Men, Jude Law and Forrest Whitaker work for a mega corporation that makes pricey artificial organs. However, if you default on your payments, the slice and dice Repo Men will come a-callin'.
Everything you want in a new liver. The price, $756,000.
So everyone's trying to figure out what genre to put this movie in, and I'm going with cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk?
Yes.
That's good.
Sci-fi that combines high-tech worlds with the breakdown of social order.
And I think one of the things that I liked about the script when I first read it is that it seemed like a parable of what happens when you privatize healthcare and you allow it to function and operate as an industry unchecked. Eventually, you're going to get to a place like this where people are paying for treatment, and what happens when they can't pay? When they can't pay, they die.
Let me just reassure you that our credit department will find a plan that fits your lifestyle.
We're in a scary time when the person that's selling you this thing that's bad for you is also selling the thing that's the cure for it. You know, that's not a healthy economy. It's an unfair economy because basically you're a slave to that umbrella.
How's your pancreas holding up? I sent the money in this morning.
Let's talk about the blood and guts and how important it is to have realistic effects.
We're ripping things out of people, taking them back. And so to sensitize that totally so you don't have to deal with it all, I think would be wrong.
I thought it was just always really important that you believe it, that it's not gratuitous in a sense of meaningless. You had to believe that these guys did their job and they did it almost in a desensitized way so that you as an audience are lured in to almost feel comfortable with it too.
What's that? Live up. What are you, hanging out at AA meetings?
We're being tracked for product ownership. Health unions are after us. What happened to get us to that place?
Well, we're heading to that place. If you stop to think about it, like, technology is evolving, like, really, really fast. When I read the script, I truly thought, like, the weirdness about it is that it's truly possible. It's gonna happen or not, we don't know.
In the end of it all, it's like about control and about the person that you go to, the corporation that's like controlling your life. And how far can they control your life? Can they control your life even down to your very body, to your very being? This kind of explores all these issues, but they're real issues.
And what do you think keeps a world like this together? It's rules.
With gut-clenching action, Repo Men won't just make you feel bad about skipping payments. It'll tear you apart.
Earlier this week, in As Seen on TV, Allison Hayslip and I tested out a saw that could supposedly cut through anything.
Yeah, so in this specific case, anything. Turned out to be a copper pipe, a block of wood,
and a sheep's head!
Now listen, if you're a sensitive soul or maybe a vegetarian, a vegan, something like that, you might want to run away screaming right now. Ain't pretty.
The fighter is easy and fun. Have a clue. You'll be amazed at just how much it'll book. It forms a bond that lasts forever.
Call now.
Well, we've already snugged the Snuggie and slapped the Slap Chop, so today we're turning our attention to the MXZ Pocket Saw. Here's what they say it does.
Any saw can cut through wood, but even this saw can't cut through a cinder block.
Ouch! Forget that monstrosity. Now there's the MXZ saw. It's the little high-tech saw that's big, really big on toughness. Sure, it cuts through hardwood with ease, but the MXZ saw also goes through that cinder block just like that. Cut copper pipe to just the size you need. The MXZ saw is so tough it can cut through this heavy ceramic coffee mug, yet it won't cut your fingers. Amazing!
We are ready to do science with gloves and goggles.
We don't want to cut our fingers. Ouch!
No. All right, so these things cost $19.95 each. Guess what, Chris? The blade is not sharp enough to cut your skin.
No.
It feels weird. It feels like sandpaper, but it can't cut you.
Yeah, it's supposed
so weird. I don't know why I'm
It's
doing
supposed to cut wood pretty easy, so let's give it a shot.
All right.
Let's get 20 seconds on the clock, please.
Can we do this? Are you
Yeah.
ready?
Ready?
Wait. This is not fair. You're right-handed, and you get to use the edge of the table.
Well, sorry, it's not an MXZ fair world, Allison Hayslip.
All right, let's do this.
All right,
Okay, ready?
Cut.
Oh, the table's in my way. Oh my gosh, this is really hard. Crap. Okay. Are you winning?
All right, that's clearly going to take 13 hours to get that brick right there. That's pretty assy.
I'm exhausted.
You all right?
Oh my god, we made really good sawdust.
So you got your wood cutting dress on there. That's good.
All right,
Now,
bring it.
in the commercial,
Woo!
they got through a pipe pretty quickly. Let's see if we
Pipe.
can do the same.
Chris Hardwick with the copper pipe in the studio.
All right.
Get the edge of the table again. Damn it.
Yeah, can we get another 20 seconds, please?
Yeah. Let's do this.
All right, go.
Now I'm just making copper sawdust. It gets really shiny though. Okay, I don't have the stamina for this.
It's like trying to cut through it with your fingernail, man. That is not awesome by anyone's standards.
I think I actually cut through the fabric on the table.
Whoa, it cuts fabric. What a knife.
That's okay. All right. Doesn't do wood. Doesn't do copper. I'm thinking something that was loud. I'm thinking something more organic, like bone, perhaps.
All right, roll those lesbian videos.
No. Although why you would want to cut through bone with one of these things, I have no idea.
All right, then bring on the lamb's heads.
Bring on the lamb's heads! Oh my god, they're disgusting.
Yep, these are,
His tongue's sticking out!
so human.
Oh god. All right, these are actual grade A real lamb's head from the local butcher.
Please don't cut into my face.
Let's get 20 seconds on the clock.
Ew.
20 seconds on the clock.
Where are you cutting? Wait,
Ready?
do I have to cut the
I'm just
same
going to
way?
cut across the bridge of the nose.
I'm just gonna
Just
hack
for
diagonally.
glasses. All right, ready? Go.
Holy crap! It's so slimy and gross! Damn it! Oh, I touched its eyeball! Oh god, this is disgusting.
Seriously, how am I supposed to cut up my lamb heads? This is ridiculous.
Ew, I squashed his eyeball.
Full disclosure, this lamb was dead before we started stabbing it and was also a drug dealer.
Ew.
All right, we promised you split open lamb heads, so we're going to give you split open lamb heads.
Oh my god, oh my god. Do it, Hardwick, do it! It's actually not doing much more than the other thing. Oh, it's going! Oh! Oh my god! Ew! You're almost there, you're almost there! You got it! Okay, maybe you don't almost
Why
there.
won't you take this pill? All right, that's as far as I can go. It looks like Hellraiser.
Okay, I'm thinking maybe it can cut lamb eyeballs.
Stop pulling its eye out!
Wait, we really don't want to see this? I kind of want to do this. I'm gonna do it from the booth, Vinny. You're out of luck.
All right, that's gonna squirt, Allison. Why would you?
Oh my god! Wait, it's really. Okay, It's not squirting at all. Ew.
All right, good. We got it. Hey, Slip, awesome. You can dig its eye out.
Okay. What are we going to say here? Wait, I'm still working on the eye.
All right, well, we're going to say no deal to the MXZ saw. This did not work out well. What a surprise. It squirted eye juice after you punctured it.
That was awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
Eyeball!
Yeah, most robots are awesome.
Most of them.
Most of them are
that
awesome.
Don't try to take over the world.
Well, they shoot laser beams, and some have crab-like claws that can crush steel objects with little to no effort.
Some, however, they prefer to solve puzzles and read plays.
Generally, those robots are given robot swirlies at school, and then the robot dads don't like to brag about them at the robot barber.
But we do! Today, we're checking in on the nerds of the robot world in Robot News.
In the realm of powerful humanoids, it has been said that Osimo reigns supreme. Until now. Move over, Honda. There's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Kojiro. It's a mechanized robotic servant with 60 degrees of motion and a network of artificial muscles that will allow it to lift 40 pounds. IEEE Spectrum reports that the JSK Robotics Laboratory in Tokyo has also equipped Kojiro with a human-like skeletal structure that allows it to move, twist, and bend in a natural way. Using a PlayStation controller to direct its basic tasks, the Kojiro project is still undergoing final tests before launching this summer. Engineers say that its lightweight design and flexible muscle structure is sure to make Kojiro a much more friendly and accessible solution for humans in search of robotic assistance in their homes. Friggin' rich people. Now any engineer knows that building robots is no child's play, but that doesn't mean you can't do it. Thanks to LEGO Mindstorms, you too can build and program your own robotic concoction with LEGO blocks. Just ask Mike Dobson, who used the Legos kit to create Cube Stormer, a robot that can solve any 3-inch Rubik's Cube in less than 12 seconds. Cube Stormer uses a webcam to scan the faces of the cube and sends the data to a computer running the software Cube Explorer. The software analyzes the color pattern and solves the cube within 20 moves. Cube Stormer holds the world record for a robot and is just 5 seconds shy of the fastest human. Just another example of robots striving to beat us at everything. But bragging rights are not the only source of motivation for these mechanical go-getters. They also do it for the love of the stage.
To be or not to be.
Exhibit A. Robo-Thespian RT3, the third and most advanced version of a robotic actor.
I'm a machine. I'm an acting machine.
Created by Engineered Arts, this actor bot has been upgraded with lifelike facial expressions and body movement. Built with a bendable torso and 8 independent fingers, Robo-Thespian uses an integrated diagnostic system that is controlled by a touchscreen interface running an open-source 3D animation program. As the user moves the 3D model, RT imitates the exact same motion. The touchscreen controller allows the users to change RT's eyes, cheek color, and head movements, which can be recorded in its database and played back at any time. Although the robot has been mainly used for speaking at company panels, we enjoy RT for its vocal range.
I'm walking on sunshine.
But if you want to cast RT3 in your next musical, it'll cost you around $83,000 to purchase him.
I've even got over 500 friends on Facebook.
So if you thought robots were only good for space missions and stealing our jobs, you're wrong. They want to play games and live the good life, just like the rest of us.
Coming up, Kevin Pereira sits down with real-life spacewalker Mike Massimino to talk about Hubble 3D, the movie.
Awesome. Then we'll give you some cheap travel tips and show you how to ask someone to jump your bones in any language. Stay tuned.
Kevin says, eat me.
One of the few human beings to have ever gone into outer space.
Yeah, big deal. Everyone's done something cool. I once ate like 1 million hamburgers.
Okay, if I pretend to believe you, can we just watch the interview?
Absolutely, but just make it convincing.
Wow, you must have been really full.
Yeah, I was pretty stuffed.
Now, here's Kevin with true-to-life astronaut Mike Massimino.
We get to go on this really cool adventure, but we don't get to take everybody with us. The experience that you go through while you're going through it is very cool, and so I wanted to try to capture some of the human side of what it was like to be up there and experience what we were doing.
You have about 2 feet to go out of the telescope. I do have a warning for you. There's a possible finger pinch hazard when you're stowing Costa on the F fixture, so be careful. Thanks, Mike.
You're stuck inside of that suit. It's not quite Barney's New York. It's a good suit, but it doesn't come with its own restroom or cafeteria.
That's always the problem with Barney's. Joining me now, the lead astronaut on the STS-125 mission and the star of IMAX Hubble 3D, Mike Massimino is here, everybody. How are you, sir?
Thanks for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure and honor and privilege to have you here.
It's my pleasure.
Is that a common problem? You can throw a tie on the spacewalking suit, but you can't take advantage of the space undies in Barney's? Or?
That's right. Yeah, there's limitations.
Yeah.
There's limitations. The suit works fine in space, but it's not necessarily the most comfortable thing. But it works well.
So the NASA gave us Velcro, but they still haven't given me permission to soil myself during a live interview.
Yeah, no. You can always wear the diaper.
But yeah,
you can always do that.
Cross country too.
Yeah.
Another story. Let's talk about Hubble and IMAX in 3D because it is tough to compete for mindshare these days. Especially with the kids. I know lax marijuana laws in this country mean it's going to be sold out for weeks because we will sit and watch anything if it's shiny and in 3D and high def. And the ADD generation loves the reflection. But I think this is one of those films that could finally reinvigorate the public and the youth and get them thinking that, oh my God, space really is awe-inspiring again.
Yeah, I hope so. And it's the closest thing to being there. You know, we get to go, we get to see these wonderful things, and it's hard to describe and show. We can take pictures and video from the cabin, but when you get to see it on the big screen in 3D, it reminds me, it brings back my memories. And it allows it's as close as you can get, and your memories fade. So getting to see it makes me feel like I'm there again, and allows me to share with my family and friends, and I think people are really going to enjoy seeing it.
Audiences may actually mess themselves because they feel like they're on that spacewalk.
Yeah, maybe we should include with the glasses, we should include the diaper.
Just hand them out as you go.
That's what we should try.
I would agree. Yeah. Although don't take them back at the end of the viewing like they do the glasses.
That's right. You got to make the distinction.
For them to keep.
Yeah, keep going with it.
How difficult was the mission? I mean, first of all, what was wrong with the telescope in the first place? Because we were still getting imagery from the Hubble, right?
Yeah, it was working pretty well, but parts wear out. It's just like any other machine. Things are going to wear out. And it needed new batteries. It had the same batteries. It wasn't little double A's. These are gigantic batteries, right? Big batteries, but the same ones that it launched with 20 years ago. So it's time to replace those. These gyroscopes, which pointed very well, they wear out because they spin for a long time. We had to replace those. And then we upgrade stuff. Now, think about your digital cameras, right? When we started with them years ago to what they are now, how more powerful they are. Same thing with the cameras on Hubble. You know, the technology has gotten better, so we wanted to upgrade its technology. So it's kind of like an overhaul and an upgrade. And
you're going up there, you're checking the oil, your hand cranking the battery
more or less,
again,
making sure, exactly.
Yeah.
Get it all going, make sure everything is just the way it should be.
Is that easy? I mean, why don't you could like vacuum pack a Geek Squad guy from Best Buy.
Well, that's what we did,
kind of.
We're kind of like that.
How difficult is it? Because I can't imagine when they designed the telescopes, did they know that this sort of routine maintenance would be happening years and years later?
Yeah, this is the interesting thing about Hubble is that all these instruments we put on today, they didn't have those in mind necessarily when they launched it 20 years ago. So it was made so that it could be serviced by the space shuttle. Launched on the space shuttle, and they knew they were going to send up crews. We had 5 servicing missions. We were the last one. But 5 crews went up there to help invigorate it, repair it, and so on, and you could bring the new technology with you. So it was made to be serviced.
How does going into space change you? I mean, aside from the superpowers you get from the radiation and whatever that, I imagine you got something cool going on. But, I mean, really, because you say that seeing this film is the closest you can get to describing it and feeling like you're there. But emotionally, like, how does it actually change you?
The view of the Earth is what gets you, particularly from a spacewalk where you're not looking through a window and you're out there in your little bubble of a helmet and you can see everything. And the planet is this gigantic round. It takes up your full view, but you see this gigantic planet that we live on.
This flat disk floating in space.
It's not flat.
Okay, all right, okay. We could debate this for hours.
You're going to see it. No, it really is round, actually. We've proven that by seeing it. It's this big round thing that's up there, and I guess what my perspective on the Earth changed. Because you look at it and say, man, this isn't the Earth that we know. I drove over here in a car today. You know, we go to a ball game, play your video games, whatever. That's like the Earth, we go to the grocery store. But it is a planet out there in all this chaos that's going on. You can see the Earth here, and I could turn my head and see the moon, and I could turn my head and see the stars, and we're out there in the middle of all of it. The Hubble is showing us what else is around us, but we are all space travelers. And that's how it's kind of changed my view of where we are.
I just hate, like, I can't go 2 cities away for relaxation and without feeling bummed that I'm coming home to LA.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the feeling when you're coming back down from space. Like, you're going to have that Hurt Locker moment in the supermarket where you're like, oh, they're selling space toys. Yeah, I was there, jerks. Some kids whining for something like does it make the everyday sort of the drudgery of life?
Some, you're coming back from this great trip, and you come home, you pull into the driveway, and I'm like, how did those shingles come off the roof? Who left this? When did this happen? Anybody been cleaning the pool? I get to my kids, can anybody take these leaves out of the pool?
All right, I'm going on a mission in the deep end to fix the filter basket. Let's go.
Exactly. This is what happens, though. But you're actually glad to be home. We were glad that we did our job and the Hubble was going to work. Yeah. And you're glad to make it back because you knew you had to come back eventually. So it's a little bittersweet, but the memories are so wonderful. It makes you want to go back.
And I hope that this film changes the public mindset. It fascinates me. I can't wait to see it, and I can't thank you enough for coming on.
I appreciate your interest.
Thank you so much.
This year, y'all, spring break is happening at the same time as a recession.
Yeah, and if that's not a reason to take tequila shots, I don't know what is.
Thankfully, these hacks will let you travel somewhere fun on the cheap and also ask for someone to sleep with you in a foreign language because women are totally attracted to broke dudes.
Right.
That's weird. There was no...
Spring break is finally here. If you want to get away from it all, but don't have a lot of cash, we've got the solution. From learning the local language to finding a cheap place to stay, here are some great ways to hack your vacation and save a ton of money for more enjoyable things. Start your vacation with TripIt.com. It's the easiest way to organize all your travel plans and itinerary in one place. Simply email your flight, rental car, or hotel confirmations to plans@tripit.com. TripIt will automatically generate not only your complete itinerary, but also a travel forecast, local maps, and even a custom travel guide with places to see and things to do. Access your TripIt schedule from any browser or download the free TripIt app for your iPhone, BlackBerry, or Android phone and take your travel plans with you wherever you go. After you pick a destination, you should start brushing up on the local language. Ciao bella. Programs like Rosetta Stone that teach you a foreign language are great, but they can cost you hundreds of dollars. Instead, get everything you need all for free at the social language learning site LiveMocha.com. You can learn one of 35 different languages at a beginner or intermediate level. All you have to do is listen to words and associate them with the pictures.
Quelques fruits.
The site tests what you've learned by having you match a spoken word or phrase to its picture. When you choose the right image, you'll move on to the next word. Done with the free lessons and still want more? You can upgrade to the $15 Plus course for access to even more lessons and the ability to practice what you've learned by talking with actual native speakers via voice chat. With LiveMocha, you just save $675. Now that you know some basic words and phrases, why not start using them to your advantage? Let's meet some ladies. Thanks to the internet, you can have your pick. Hola, chicas! Couchsurfing.org connects you with girls and guys all over the world who are offering complete strangers like you a place to stay. No strings attached. Create a profile so prospective hosts know a little bit about you. Now find your destination and start looking for a couch to surf. You can learn more about your prospective host and their accommodations by reading testimonials from other couch surfers. Once you've found a good match, send a couch request to introduce yourself and let them know when you plan to be in town. You just saved another $400 and hopefully made some pretty friends along the way. Couchez avec moi? With these travel hacks, you'll be saving over 1,000 big ones, and all you have to worry about is having fun. So pack your bags and go hack yourself.
Still ahead, women pummel each other for your entertainment in a lightly battered AOTS classic.
It's Lady Fight Club, and it's up next.
Testify! Coming up Monday on an all-new AOTS. Stone Cold Steve Austin raises hell in our studio as we chug beer and talk about his ass-kicking new movie, Damage. Then we review a spy cam that will send secret images to your iPhone in Gadget Prawn. And we'll teach you how to make a mini tornado machine in It's Effin' Science. See it Monday.
So, over the years, as you know, Attack of the Show has featured dudes knocking each other out and nerd MMA.
Dudes beating each other with bats and wiffle bat fight club.
And dudes shooting each other with paintball guns.
But this time, It's ladies' night.
Oh, what a night. A bunch of chicks whack each other off with bats in this AOTS classic.
Okay, that didn't sound right.
I'm sorry, I meant beating each other off.
The waiting is over. It is time to find out who's going to be our champ.
Now, only the man who officiated 5 Mike Tyson title fights can handle this responsibility.
Thank you.
Mr. Steele, please come back in,
Mr.
sir.
Steele.
45 seconds on the clock, and let's do this.
Okay, ladies, this is for the championship of the world. Fight!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is all over. We have our champion, Nancy, as the first female Whippleback Fight Club champion. We spent $350 to have that engraved for you. How does that feel?
I appreciate this a lot.
That's one of a kind.
Flo, that was an amazing fight, and your hands are actually, we got some cuts and stuff. You've been getting pretty bruised up. How are you feeling?
I think it's from my hands in the grip. But
Yeah. All right, well,
I want a rematch.
Oh, she's calling it. And that's going to end the first ever Girls Whippleback Fight Club.
All right, now for the record, Flo totally got robbed. I think we can all agree on that, right, Chris?
Oh, sorry, I'm still thinking about how awesome a Wiffle Butt Fight Club would be. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. It's rad.
Wiffle butt. All right, go to g4tv.com/AOTS for all the things to sell today and more.
Got to stick around, though. Campus PD starts right now. Good night.
Maybe I'll get arrested. Maybe I won't.
Wow. Why would you be on a campus?